We're out here on this windy, sunny day, live driving not one, but two cars. Come on over here, you can see we got both 2021 Bronco Sport and a 2021 Volvo V90 Cross Country. So, looking at both of them, there's really not all too much they have in common, although I will say they're both 2-liter engines and they're both 4-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive technically. So we polled the Daily Motor audience and you guys wanted to see actually the V90 a little bit more than the Bronco Sport, but I think they've both got a lot of cool things to show. So today for the next hour and a half or so, Alyssa and I are going to burn the rest of the daylight and show you everything you all want to see on both of these cars. If you're watching this after the fact and you want to join in live next time, click that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified every time we go live. We've been Tuesdays and Fridays. We have a good time at all of them, 4 p.m. Eastern time. What else? Oh, and also let us know if you're in here in the chat. After a few minutes or so, we're going to get the chat out and start saying hello and see what you guys want to see on these cars. We're hoping you can hear me because the wind is blowing, but we do have some donation amounts today, so if we see $10 of total donations, we will take that one off-road. If we get 20 bucks, we'll put Alyssa behind the wheel. And if we get $40 donation, we'll combine them, we'll put Alyssa behind the wheel off-road. I don't know how much we need to be donated to take the Volvo off-road. Probably enough to replace any of the lower air dams that would get damaged by us going through. But it's technically a cross country, so it should be able to do some light off-roading, right? All right, so let's start by going around the V90. Now, the Volvo V90 is the wagon version of the S90. S90 came out around, I think it was about 2016 or so. To be the new flagship car model from Volvo. So you got the XC90 crossover, V90 wagon, S90 sedan. And a little side note, in Old Swedish they didn't have the letter W, so wagon would have been more like wagon. So there's where the V comes from, VW, that sort of deal. And this being the cross-country model, it's rocking the T6 powertrain, so it's a turbocharged and supercharged 2-liter engine, 4-cylinder, rocking 316 horsepower and nearly 300 pound-feet of torque. It also comes with this plastic cladding, so it gives you a little bit more of the essence of rugged durability. And it's kind of like people who need an SUV but don't want to commit to the SUV lifestyle for whatever protest sort of reason. They want to stick to having a car. This is what you can get. You do have to pony up quite a bit. This one costs $67,000, but I think it looks great and it drives really well as well. Let's go on around through. What do you think, Liz?
I think it's sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a couple of V90s, haven't we?
We've actually had V60s, and the weird thing is the V60 is a little bit smaller, but you'd never know unless they were put right up against each other.
Yeah, actually looking at this side profile right now, it's quite limousine-esque.
Right.
Yeah.
I like this little attention to detail here. There's just the slightest cutout of plastic to keep like an arc going right there.
That is funny.
Quite a lot
beautiful
of
color.
Trunk, so you all will be able to see in the blinding sun.
Should be able to see it now.
They gave us this really hardy liner.
I love a car with a good liner.
Yeah, so you could throw a dog back here, or you could fill it up with mud, and you're not getting any on your carpets. You've got a big old protective screen with 2 levels. You can do, you can even get it in there properly, Charlie. You go up higher like that, or kind of bring it down.
Down low.
And it somehow, if you get it just right, will latch right there, I believe.
Let's see what we're looking at here.
Yeah, maybe it's actually not designed to go like that, I'm not sure. But it seems like it is. Maybe not.
Okay, yeah, just don't do that one.
Yeah, but the seats go down and give you quite a large load surface.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Now it is quite windy out.
Yes.
Guys, let us know if you're having a hard time hearing us.
Right.
And we'll get out of the wind.
I'm having a hard time staying warm, so let's hop in the back seat. Check out more of the V90 here. Much better.
How is seat comfort right off the bat?
Right off the bat, pretty darn good. Volvos do an interesting job with their seats. They're not a plush, like super you sink right in, like old school American luxury style, but they're very supportive and firm, and they place kind of your body parts in the right spots. to provide long trip comfort. They do a good job at that. You get this huge center console or armrest thing that you can fold down, cup holders, and a little storage area.
I'm not a fan of cup holders like this. They're so clumsy.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah, you gotta make sacrifices, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.
It is kind of nifty how they have this flat surface, this storage, as well as some cup holders.
Right.
Although these do seem like they are a bit of an afterthought. They're still there if you need them.
Yep.
Yep.
Little limited on foot room, but knee room and head room are spacious. Certainly.
I see what you mean about foot room. I've got some boots on in case we go off-roading with that Bronco here, and I do have
kind of a bummer there. That's something we've pointed out in some other vehicles. Foot room is often overlooked, but at least there's enough room to kind of slide your feet back if you
did need it.
Right, right. So who do we got in the chat today?
Moran says hello.
Hey, Moran.
Andrew's Planet says hello.
Hey, Andrew's Planet.
Andrew says, Planet says, welcome to Live Drive.
Cool. Welcome, welcome.
Arthur Granados says, yes, sir. Pittsburgh Man says hello.
Hey, Pittsburgh Man made it.
How much for a drag race?
Ha. If we get $50 in donations, Alyssa and I will drag race the Bronco and the V90. I don't even know where we would do that. Oh, actually I do. We go to E-Course Road where it's 2 lanes. The only downside is our signal's horrible. Yeah,
you guys would not even, you'd pay for it and then not see it. Yeah, so,
But we could definitely drag race the two of them. The Volvo would stop the Bronco though. This thing's quick. This is a larger vehicle, but it's more powerful.
I've been driving the Bronco for about an hour and a half to 2 hours today. Yeah. I enjoy it. You'll have to stick around for the rest of my opinion on it.
Yeah.
But it's not quick.
And it does have the bigger engine. That's the 2-liter model. That's the Badlands over there. So it's rocking the 2-liter Turbski as opposed to the 3-cylinder 1.5 liter. But it's fine. It gets the job done.
Pittsburgh Man says 1 large drink, and that cup holder is breaking.
Yeah, seriously, you throw a big. This is not Big Gulp compatible here.
Nope. Yeah. It's almost like the Swedes are.
They're like discouraging our indulgence.
Just like the Germans. They're taking like a page out of the Germans' book where they're like, you don't drink in these cars. It's
like a parent like trying to just not be strict, but kind of just lead you and nudge you in the healthier right direction.
Do you really want to be drinking in the backseat of a $67,000 car?
Yeah.
Let's not.
Do you really need to get the extra large super size me daddy Dr. Coke, or can you just get
Diet
the normal size?
Dr. Coke.
Diet Dr. Coke.
Diet Dr. Coke.
Exactly. It's when you combine Dr. Pepper and Coke together. Coke. You get a Dr. Coke.
And you get extra sugared up.
Yes. Well, it's this diet, it's healthy. One thing that's kind of neat with Volvos that I've always appreciated is these, what do you call it? The reading lights are on a rheostat. It's gonna be hard for you to see it in the daylight, but you can actually adjust the brightness by holding it. Oh. And it goes dimmer. So if you just want like a little bit of light to see your Diet Dr. Pepper or something like that,
see how
Diet
much
Dr. Coke, right? Exactly. You can just do a little bit of light, or you can just press it and get the full thing.
What are these?
I think that's for some sort of like coat hanger. I think you could actually like put a coat hanger up into it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Moran might know if I'm wrong.
Moran, our tech guy.
Yep.
Okay.
What else is popping off?
Nice cars luxury, thank you, but from Andrew's Planet.
Yeah. No, this is certainly a nice vehicle.
A luxury.
Yes, and it's got one of the best things about it is the Bowers and Wilkins audio system. This might be the first 10 out of 10 audio system rating I've given. It's so flippin' good.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at this mat that goes across the median here.
Oh yeah.
And it connects to the floor.
Oh yeah.
And it's like the same rubbery that's in the back.
Yeah.
It's in the trunk space.
That's nifty.
Yeah.
Keep the kids from getting that dirty.
Right.
While we're down here, you also see you got 2 USB Type-Cs. And you've got your own climate control back here and some vents.
You'd be able to do this when the car's on, but it's not right now.
Yes.
Tim Robinson says he drove an XC90 T6 for 2 weeks, and he really liked the throttle response in low RPM and the 8-speed.
Yeah.
His only complaint was the power builds really nice until about 4K, then it becomes like a Turbo 4.
Well, it's because it is a Turbo 4. So he's accurate.
Good job, man.
Yep.
That's funny. Cool.
Yeah, I like the XC90. I like all the Volvos. It'd be cool if you could get a different powertrain, but once cars are all electric, Volvo's going to be leading the way because they've already got the good interiors, exteriors, And then once they just throw batteries in these things, then they're gonna be safe, well featured, good sound systems, and you don't have to screw with a turbocharged and supercharged 2-liter anymore.
Gotcha. Moran says these are coat hangers.
Yes.
Thank you. Tron says Volvo. Nice.
Hey, Tron. It's been a little while since we've had him in the chat.
The Plane Man.
The Playing Man?
The plane.
Oh, yeah.
Airplane Man.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. Pittsburgh Man says need that Sprunk from GTA.
Ha. Yeah. That's the soda. One of the soda brands.
Gotcha. These seats are not heated back here.
I believe they are actually. I'm pretty sure with the screen, you can heat them up. Let me see. Hold the start knob there. Power. I actually might need to start the vehicle all the way.
In order to see it. You
In
want me
order
to hop
to see
up
it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. No, but I'm pretty sure they are heated.
We'll double check on. Maybe we'll come back here a second time before we swap and double check that.
I didn't realize this one has this feature. Check this out, Liz.
Okay.
It's actually pretty cool. So if you have a kid in the back and they're small and they want to sit up a little bit higher, it's a built-in booster seat.
That's adorable.
Yeah. So then they can actually sit right here.
Your head is actually hitting the glass.
Yeah. For me, it's not exactly ideal.
There's a lot of wind and noise coming from that.
Well, I'm gonna have to get out. But yeah, if I were only like 4.5 feet tall or something, a little kid, and I get this boost, and then when you want an adult to sit back in it, you just...
How do I do it?
You...
Oh, well, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here, no, it's hoist yourself all the way up. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, it actually works out. You and I are about the same height now.
For once. Nice.
Yeah, those are nifty.
Cool.
Air suspension.
Nice.
It's making a puff. I don't know why.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Neat. Well, we should get driving this a little bit because we have 2 cars to fit in for today, and we'll get to more chats as we get on the road.
Yep.
But Liz, do you want to run out and park the Bronco and
let
I'll
me
come
do that.
over and grab you?
Sure. Sounds
Cool.
good. Here are the comments I'll leave with you.
Okay.
This can stay here.
I'll keep your sunglasses.
Okay.
Okay. So for any of you just tuning in, we got a two-fer today. The V90 and the Ford Bronco Sport, which you can see we've already gotten nice and dirty. I was testing it out off-road yesterday, shooting some video. We're keeping the Volvo clean and classy. This is gonna go park the Bronco and I'll hop in the Volvo and we will we'll go drive that one first. We'll get a little driving footage of her first though. Look at these wheels. These are the off-road wheels. Got the all-terrain Falcon Wild Peak off-road tires. A little 2-liter turbo firing up. It's quiet. You got hooks in the front. Yeah, I like that color too. I think it's overall a good-looking rig. Now this is about twice the cost of that Bronco. Almost, not quite. Yeah, nearly though. Fire it up. We got the comments here. Neat, moving car seat. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Alyssa's the same height even with the booster. Yup, she sure is. This is about 5'1 3/4", so that booster pretty much makes up all the difference. Alright, this thing is so easy to drive. I love driving Volvos.
My Uber is here.
Ha! Your Uber has arrived. Charlie is in a Volvo V90. Now, if I got picked up in a V90 cross country for an Uber, I'd be plenty satisfied.
You'd be paying for it too.
Yeah, that's true. I'd have to be like an Uber Premium or whatever. Mm-hmm. One nice thing that Volvo finally got around to doing was adding wireless device charging into their cars. So you can just slap your phone right there and juice up. In fact, actually I don't want to interfere with any signal, but I'm gonna put my phone right here so we can, look at it, we're getting full signal here actually.
Nice, wow.
Yeah, that's good. One of the annoyances of Volvos though, is it's really hard to get the fan to just shut the heck up. It always blows too loud because it's like always in auto. Even if you adjust the auto fan speed, it's hard to get it to just quiet down without kind of turning the temp down a little bit.
So I'm looking at the, this, what would you call this? This thing right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
There you go.
It's got a lock and unlock button, so you can like have that on. The temperature gauge back here on. Doesn't look like there's any heated stuff.
Maybe there aren't heated seats. Maybe this one just doesn't have that package.
Right.
It'd be an option. So it's possible it just didn't go with the rear heated seats.
Good.
But you can get them. You can definitely get them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I like the weight of Volvo steering too. It's a little light, but I like light steering. And if I get on it just right, you'll be able to hear the turbo or supercharger. Let me see. No, that's just engine. You can really hear the supercharger when the engine's cold. There you go. That little high-pitched whirring.
Yeah, that fan sound.
Yeah.
Cool.
Little propeller going.
Tron says, oh god, I want that sound system.
Ah, dude, it's so good. In fact, that gives me the opportunity to announce that Daily Motor now has memberships. So if you pay just as little as $3 a month to be a Daily Motor member. It sounds sexual. Daily Motor member. Hey, baby. I'll let you whip out your Daily Motor member. Anyway.
This is a family-friendly channel, Charlie.
If you pay to be a Daily Motor member, you can get customized sound system tests, which I shot the first one of today.
Wow. And
listen to just my own music. A lot of you are asking what I to personally, and I told you all over the place. Just real quick when we go around. Right there.
Yeah. There you go. It's gotta be the airport right there.
Maybe. Just hurry up here and get out of here. Okay, we're picking back up. Sorry about that. I forgot about that little dead zone around the corner. Anyway, Daily Motor membership. I shot a video that was just listening to this Bowers & Wilkins audio system, testing it with my own personal music and songs that I thought sounded really good on here. And I can't just have those be on the channel because they'd get demonetized. It'd be a total waste of time for me. But if you guys pay monthly to see those videos, then not only can I make those videos. Oh, you can't go left, buddy. You really can't go left. Please don't. Okay, good. Kind of hoping they'd do it. Not only can you see those that music that's copyrighted, but if you pay, I think it's $25 a month, the top tier, you can actually send me music requests. So you can take a look at the cars that we're getting over the next month or two, send me song requests, and I will record in the video for that car. I'll record using those songs that you want me to play. So that's pretty cool. I know a lot of you have wanted to see specific types of music or songs or whatever, and by being a member, you can do that.
Nice.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet.
And the other membership option is for whatever, I don't know, the things are listed on there, the prices, but if there's a specific thing you want to see tested on a car, like you want to see how the doors closing sound is, or
how fast the trunk opens.
Yeah, just any weird, stupid type thing that you might want to see. If you pay, again, you can see the list of cars that we're getting in, and then put your request in the spreadsheet, and I'll do it. I'll make it happen. It'll go into the review.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool.
It's a little bit of a soft launch right now, so I'm not like doing a specific dedicated post to be like, everyone sign up right now, but you all who watch the live drives are some of the most dedicated Daily Motor followers. So, hey, if that's something you want to try out, kind of be part of a soft launch, go ahead, sign up.
Cool. Nice. Tron also says he's torn between the V60 with that audio, this audio, and the Model Y.
V60
like
or V90?
60.
Okay. The V60 is one of my top 5 to 10 favorite cars ever. Ooh, is that a Focus ST?
It is.
Speaking of cars,
that's really clean. Yeah.
That's cool.
Really nice sounding car.
Yeah. So I love the Volvo V60. In fact, we had a V60 cross country, a gold one last summer, and that car was just nearly perfect. But the Model Y and Model 3 are also in my top 10 favorite cars. So if I would say, if you were strapped for cash right now and you were on a pretty tight budget, maybe try to just find like a a used like CPO V60 that came out a year or two ago and just drive that for a few years until there are more chargers and the range just keeps going up and up on Teslas. But if you can afford to go for the long range model, or it's your second car, then I mean the Model Y would be my choice. As much as I absolutely love the sound system in this car and I love the way it looks and how it drives, I would get bored of it a lot quicker than I would get bored of the Model Y.
That's fair. That's quite fair.
Yep.
My choice would be the V60.
Really?
I love Volvos. They're classy, they're nice, they have good high safety ratings.
So does the Model Y.
Yes, but if you're...
Still a good thing about the V60.
Yeah. I listen to music when I drive a good portion of the time.
Yeah.
And the Model Y is quiet, right? So you're gonna have good sound
that
anyways.
Does help. Yeah.
But this is premium. This is super nice. I mean, you get these beautiful looks. The car looks gorgeous on the outside. If you're more in tune with that type of style to your driving, do this. Do a Volvo.
Right.
A nice brand new Volvo.
Right. Yeah, and I would put, if I had to give a rating to the Model Y sound system right now, I'd do it about a 7.5. Yeah. And this I would give nearly a 10. But this is the top level system too, so you're gonna have to pay a little bit more to get this audio system. The Harman Kardon's good too, but the Harman Kardon's probably like an 8 to 8.5. So it's nearly similar quality to the Model Y.
Bowers and Wilkins.
Yep.
And yeah, Tron said he would do the V60 with this sound system.
Yeah.
So cool.
I think the last thing would come down to just your driving needs and style. If you lived somewhere in a city, I think the electric car is pretty much a no-brainer at this point. But if you lived and did a lot of highway driving and kind of out in the country sort of deal, then maybe I'd stick with gasoline. Get yourself just a T5. You don't need the T6, just get a T5 V60. Yeah.
That's fair. Yep. Region is definitely something to consider when you're considering a Model Y.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Tim Robinson said he made the comment earlier, let me get to it, about the power building at roughly 4K. What he meant was you expect the engine to continue building power, but it falls down after 4,000.
Yeah, and realistically, man, I mean, Volvos are not sporty cars. Even the T8 Polestars these days, they're cool, but they don't exactly feel like sportsmobiles. So they specifically tuned and designed these engines to feel grunty for daily driving. But, oh, it's working now.
It's working.
Yeah, Alyssa tried to adjust her seat up and down earlier and it wasn't happening.
Now it's, I'm really tall now. Look at this. Although I can't go back. I'm pressing forward and it's going backwards. Whatever, man. Okay.
But, yeah, so, I mean, when you're dealing 2-liter turbos and supercharged and everything, it's things feel like right now. I'm just kind of grunting up onto the highway. I don't have it floored, I'm just kind of leaning into it and it gets us up to speed briskly. But yeah, it's not an exciting, scream your ears off sort of powertrain. It's almost like a diesel.
Interesting.
Yeah. But this thing is great at eating up highway miles. Get up to 70 here. I will say the cross-country model doesn't get the best fuel economy. We only got 29 miles per gallon on our highway fuel economy test.
Wow.
And that's premium fuel too, so you're paying a lot to run this.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's why I say just get a T5 V60 and leave it at that.
Gotcha.
It's decently quiet.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's very quiet. Yeah.
You got this big panoramic sunroof.
You've got a big cabin that would be trapping a lot of sound in.
Yep.
It seems to be doing quite well. So this vehicle, let me get the Monroney out for you guys. Bear with me. V90 cross country T6 all-wheel drive is coming in at $67,740 for this car itself. You guys can see that. So $67,000. Right. That Bronco you said earlier is coming in around
36.
36.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two very different types of cars.
Yep.
Another thing I do want to show is the Pro Pilot Assist. So we'll do one more round over to the highway and I'll show you guys. This actually does just about as well as Tesla's autopilot.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so not quite Tesla's full self-driving. That's definitely more advanced, but if we're talking base Tesla autopilot, Volvo's Pilot Assist does just about as well. The only annoying thing is when you need to put your hand on the steering wheel in the Tesla, it doesn't make an audible noise, whereas in this it does, and it's kind of annoying. It happens fairly quickly. It's like 10 seconds.
Wow.
But on the plus side, when you change lanes in this, it doesn't beep like it does in the Tesla.
Now, if my memory is right,
yes.
Before we got that update in the Model Y, when you needed to put your hands on the steering wheel with the, why am I blanking on what that's called? You just said it.
Autopilot?
Autopilot. It did make a noise.
If you waited way too long, yes, it does.
See.
But it gives you a very nice big visual readout first.
Okay.
Let's do a little 0 to 60, dynamic mode for high performance, and there's a car coming, so we're gonna do it quick. This is probably one of the slower feeling T6 models. I mean, that wasn't exactly like thrilling.
I was reading comments, so I wasn't even paying any attention.
Right. Makes a lot of noise and just kind of goes.
Right.
Whereas like Nathan at Daily Motor has a Volvo S60 2013 with the T6 powertrain, and that was an inline 6 turbo. That car pulls hard and sounds good. This, not quite so much. Although this is heavier.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Yas says, hey guys.
Hey Yas.
I just noticed in my Cash App that you guys haven't accepted one of my donations.
What?
From January 30th. Bro, we are sorry.
I guess I didn't realize I had to accept it. I will certainly go in and do that. Thanks for letting us know.
We'll, maybe we'll throw something in there for you too.
Yeah.
Just for a thank you for the donation and sorry for ignoring it. Accidentally.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of times we get Cash App donations while we're driving, so, you know, it's...
Right.
We can't exactly analyze them.
And for some reason, I haven't seen them in the comments.
Well, Cash App doesn't show up in the comments.
Yeah.
Right.
I would like it to. Would that be able to? No? Okay, whatever.
So it's good for you guys to let us know if you donate in the Cash App. But,
yeah, if you donate in the Cash App, comment, let us know. We'll give you a shout out, some horn sounds.
Beep, beep.
If that would be what you would like.
Right.
And say a big whopping thank you.
Big whopping thank you. So we're going to get up on the highway, and then when we go around the corner, I'm going to set the Pro Pilot Assist. Actually, that's Nissan. It's just called Pilot Assist in the Volvo.
Okay.
Yeah, silly cars and all their different nomenclatures.
While you're doing that, is it possible that you can answer Moran's famous question?
Ah, yes. Yes, we can do that as we get on the highway here. Let's go. I'm fairly certain it doesn't hold gears. I've already tried it, but we'll go dynamic mode and we'll put it in the manual.
Cool.
A big thunky chunk.
Thunky chunk.
I appreciate in the Volvo V90 that there aren't any paddle shifters. This just isn't a car that needs to have paddle shifters. It's just, if you want to shift manually, you got to do it with this.
Cool.
Great.
Let's get ready, guys.
Ooh, we got an open on-ramp too.
Rough.
Right there, it just shifted itself.
All right. Hold gears.
Freak this semi-truck up.
Rough.
All right.
Did it.
Yeah.
Minimal tire squeal on that one.
Let's go back into now Pilot Assist is not quite as smart as autopilot. It messes up a little bit more frequently, but let's see how it handles right here. This is an interesting situation because it brings itself into 2 lanes, so we'll see which lane the car picks.
And the lanes aren't marked until right about now.
Yep. So it looks like it's picking the left lane, and look at this. It's making its way over. I need to apply steering, it's telling me. Just do that, and it's piloting us like a pro.
Wow. And you have to adjust, you have to touch the steering wheel approximately once every
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yep. So right now I gotta do it again. But it's just a little wiggle.
Wow.
Signals the systems.
Cool.
Yep. It does not adapt to cruise speed limit.
Ooh,
and look at
going
that.
off the road.
Yep, it just lost it. And see, that's a little bit frustrating. When the Tesla system loses the lanes, it beeps at you, which I think is a good beep.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to beep every time you change lanes, but I would like it to beep if it loses it. And in this case, the Volvo just lost the lane and didn't beep at us, so if I weren't paying attention, we'd be in the trees. So for any of you just joining in, we're going to wrap up our driving of the V90 here soon. So if there are any last things you'd like to see, let us know. We're going to head into the Bronco Sport, drive that around. It's the Badlands edition. So if we get just $10 in donations or $5 on the Cash App, we'll take it off-road. There's a great little off-road section here that is very wet, and I'd love to test out the rear locking diff in there. So we do that. $20 donations, we get Alissa behind the wheel, and a big $40 total. This is just total. It's all the little donations added up. We'll throw Alissa behind the wheel and off-road and let her have some fun.
Nice.
Did you off-road? I know you off-roaded the Colorado, but did you off-road something after that? Was it the 4Runner did you drive off-road?
I think I did.
I think you did too.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Right. Cool. All right. Eric S. says, love Volvo wagons, and he's been waiting for today's video. That's
You're right.
cool.
Eric did ask us about this.
Eric S.
I'm pretty sure Eric S. asked a long time ago. He was the one who said, like, I'll donate when we get that one and stuff. And he was asking if we were going to ever get a V90. So, yeah, no, Volvo wagons are where it's at, man. They're stylish. You feel kind of unique because you don't see them very often.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love them. I think they're classy.
Yeah.
They're very beautiful and classy.
Tasteful.
Tim Robinson says the bass audio system is pretty bad.
Really? In the Volvo?
Yeah. He's commenting about Volvos, I would say.
Wow. Yeah. That surprises me.
Yeah. Tron says he might lease a Volvo for now then. He found a lease broker offering a V60 cross country at $380 a month with a B&W sound system. He does live in a city, but the Tesla would be his only car. Same for the Volvo.
See, I'd be okay with having the Tesla as my only car.
In a city where you have access to other...
Totally. And even where we live now, I mean, if we had a long range, I'd be okay with it being my only car. Because, like, you could get... I mean, it's got over 300 miles of range.
You have said in the past, though, that the Tesla is good if you have another car.
The short range one.
The short range one. Okay.
Yeah, I would be totally fine rocking the long range car as my only one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the standard range Model Y, which they don't even make anymore, so it's kind of a moot point. That one would be, you'd have to be really strategic if you wanted that to be your only car.
Gotcha.
And living in like the Midwest or something. But no, I think that seems like, as long as you don't have to put too much money down for that V60, that seems like a pretty cool deal. Yeah. And then, but the other thing is, once Volvo releases like long range full electric powertrains for their cars, these will be really cool. I was talking about that with Alissa earlier, of like, if you could just get, or was that on the live drive earlier? I can't remember. Either way, when Volvo goes full electric, these cars are going to be primo.
Gotcha. Pittsburgh Man says 67 and no heated rear seats. That's a pass for me. Fair.
Well,
that's quite fair.
How are you so tall, Pittsburgh Man, that you have to sit in the back to drive the thing?
He just likes to spoil his passengers.
In the words of some comedian somewhere, screw them kids, man.
Probably Hannibal Buress. All right, Eric S. asks, are there any actual differences between the cross-country and regular V90 that are not styling?
It's a little bit more lifted. I know this one comes with the air suspension, but I don't think that's standard with the cross-country. Whoa. Put your hand in the glove box. It's like chill.
Oh, yeah.
There's like air blowing in there.
Huh.
Weird. So it's lifted up a little bit. You have to get the T6 powertrain with the cross country. Adaptive air suspension is not standard. Man, the Bowers and Wilkins premium sound system's $4,000. That's
well, you're paying for it.
We also have the lounge package, which gives us the ventilated front seats, 4-zone automatic climate control.
Interesting.
The rear sun curtains, the massaging seats.
Massaging seats.
Passenger memory seat. That's kind of cool.
It is.
Neat. Yeah. To each his and her own, I suppose.
Right. Would you now? Actually, hold on. The Pittsburgh Man is asking if you prefer the Volvo Pilot Assist or just whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Or the Kia or Hyundai Assist.
For some reason, all the Hyundais I've tested recently have really good self-driving, like semi-autonomous driving mode. The Kias are garbage. I don't know. It should be a fairly similar system, but I don't know if they're tuning them differently or what, but the Hyundai is better. So I would put this on the same page as Hyundai Genesis, and I would put it above Kia.
Cool. Sweet, 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 sweet. Moran says it sounds like a vacuum cleaner in higher res.
It kind of does. Ooh, we got a Cash App donation from
We did!
Eric Stewart. Thank you very much.
Let's see some off-roading in the V90.
That was actually for the Bronco. If we
cannot off-road this beautiful beast.
We could take it on a light cross-country course. So we'll if we have a little time, if the battery's running well and Alyssa and I aren't too hungry, we'll come back, we'll get the Volvo again, and we'll take it off a little off-road course.
Right.
Cool.
All right, sweet.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
And while I've got this open, I am going to accept Yas's payment as well. I guess. Let's see.
While you're doing that, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Have you had any other electronic issues in this car besides the seat, the issue I was having with the seat where it wouldn't raise up? He's frequently experienced the backup camera going black and a persistent power steering fault. Fault messages when the engine restarted after a red light.
Wow.
That sounds pretty bad.
I had the pilot assist stop working on me randomly during the drive. It's just like it was going along and then it kind of like wandered around the lane a few times and then just gave up. And
like we just saw when we...
Similar,
yeah.
but that where we just saw was kind of like a broken, weird section of highway. This was like straight up just on the highway, went out.
Right.
But other than that, I haven't noticed any issues, but I've only had it for about a day.
Gotcha, okay. All right. Let's see. I guess Sean is asking for a Bowers and Wilkins sneak peek. Sorry, bud. We're running out of time, man. We got to get in that Bronco.
Yeah, we will probably come back for this one.
Yep. This car really should have had its own hour. Everyone seems to really love this car.
I'm surprised by that. Yeah. Maybe we'll live drive again later this week. We'll see. But the week just kind of turned out weird. We've got doubled up on Fords because we're getting the Mach-E this weekend. But we were supposed to have the Mach-E on Friday for a live drive, and now a few things shuffled around. Not a huge deal, but we kind of had to do a two-fer.
A two-fer?
Two-fer.
Without the TOFer.
No TOFer, two-fer.
Yeah.
So I will, Yas, let us know if your payment has been received now, because I don't see like any sort of pending things. I liked every one you gave us. So, I'm pretty sure.
You have to like them, huh?
You don't have to. Received payment from. Some of them I can hit like, and for some reason I can't like this one. It just says received.
Got it.
So, but that was on February 12th.
Oh.
January 30th, I replied heart. So, yeah, hopefully it should be good now.
Got it.
Neat. Anything else?
All right. We're pretty much cleaning this up.
Cool.
Yep.
Let's head on over to the Bronco. Click. I'll take this as well. Oh, you can keep the phone.
I'll get my phone.
I think we'll need the camera bag, but of course if we... Actually, we should grab it. You mind grabbing it from the back seat? So, out of the V90 and into the... Okay. Bronco Sport. These cars have some similarities, you know. Honestly, the ground clearance is not horribly different. I mean, that definitely has a few extra inches, but this has a few inches of ground clearance as well. So maybe we will off-road it. It's just a shame that I gotta wash two cars then. Yes. That's why we asked for donations. It's pretty much just to pay for the gas and cleaning and those sort of things. Because you see, this is filthy, and I can't exactly shoot all the videos with it being filthy like this.
Right.
Just put your hand kind of in it, or no? Maybe you have to do the front door. There we go.
Interesting.
So no sensor unlock things on the back doors. This is the Badlands trim of the Bronco Sport. Let's see, does the water bottle fit in the door? Yeah, it does. Cool.
I just shut this back door and you could see some of the dust coming off.
It does have these off-road wheels. Even though these look like Steelies, they're aluminum. But it does have the off-road tires as well. Yeah. Pop. Trunk. It's not automated, just pull it up. Look at how, again, ruggedized this is back here. And this isn't even a cover. This is just straight up the material, which I think is cool.
I love that. Love that.
You fold the seats. The seat backs are ruggedized as well, so you could put a bike back here or something and not feel like you're scratching anything up. What does this do? Maybe it puts a light on back here or something?
The lights are on. Well,
the lights are already on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Whatever. Okay.
Few hooks. And your big full-size spare underneath here, which is nice.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
Gotta have that for off-roading.
Does this come with it? This is probably what the OEMs put in here. Right?
Well, yeah, just the fleet company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neat.
Cool.
Though it's a very high load surface, so if you were lifting like heavy bags of dog food or something into here, you'd really have to lift.
That's okay. I mean, this is pretty much where I'd be lifting it to anyways. But if it was really heavy, I might have some difficulty.
Right, whereas something like this, yeah, much.
Yeah.
Good bit
like
lower.
that one's about my elbow height.
Right.
This is more
Hip height.
My hips here.
Good, so right about where your
thigh
arms.
height,
So if you just stood up with your bag of dog food, you could put it in. Cool. All right, well, let's head on out and get this thing dirty.
Again.
Yeah, we'll check out the back seats in a little bit. Put this one up. Doug DeMuro would love this car because it's full of quirks and features. Got cool little things showing up on the screen. Are there memory seats?
No, there are not.
Okay, well.
Because you're in my seat,
Yeah.
seat mode right now.
Start it up.
Oh, we could get those.
Right. I do think it's interesting that rather than having the Ford logo, they've got a Bronco. It's like kind of cool, but at the same time, are they like ashamed that it's a Ford?
No, look at that. It's beautiful.
You like
That's
that?
really cool.
Okay.
I looked at that when I first got in, and I was like, all right, I'm feeling the Bronco.
Nathan thought it was cool too.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys are right.
Ha.
And it also shows little Broncos in the seats.
That's pretty neat. Beautiful.
These are cool seats. They're a nice cloth.
Yeah. There's a pocket right here.
It's got some weird sort of pockety type things. Yeah, it's got those on the side, and it's also got some in the back. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
I like the little rotary knob shifter. I respect that.
I love that thing. You honestly, there was one time where I was parking it, and I was like, I want to see. I was in drive. I want to see what happens if I just turn the car off.
Okay.
And it actually showed it going from boop, 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 the light here.
Let's do that.
Going all the way to park.
Turning it off now.
That was pretty cool.
That's funny.
It shows it turning. It's so easy. You just flip it, throw it into park, or throw it into drive. Very fast. I liked it.
I don't know why manufacturers insist on having big old chunky fake, shifter arm sort of things like that when you could just have that nice little thing. It's out of the way, frees up space.
Yeah, that thing is cute.
A little Trailblazer.
Wow.
Yeah. Another kind of similar sort of car to this. Beefy, small cars. So this is rocking the 2-liter turbo inline 4. It's enough power for this car. It's not exactly a charismatic motor, but it gets the job done. I'm not a huge complainer about interior material. I love the interior quality of the Bronco Sport. You can just kind of feel the steering wheel is kind of a cheaper, just rubber.
That's very fair.
The turn signal stock is just a cheap plastic. Some of the other things though are really nice. This center console feels super nice. They used a quality leather.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good quality leather.
And they used that same leather on the armrests on the left side.
Yeah.
So some of the things are subpar and some of them are perfectly fine. Here are Ellis. I'm sure we got some comments to get on too.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Alright. Ooh. That's a little bit turbo-y at the end there, right?
Yep, a little bit of wheezing.
Wheezing. Okay. Okay, Killer BG Master is asking what's better for a truck, the 4x4 or the full-wheel drive?
It's pretty subjective. Typically, all-wheel drive is better for most driving because it can send power to specific wheels when it needs them and is better for fuel economy. But if you were doing hardcore off-roading, then lockable four-wheel drive would be good, because then you can just make all the wheels spin, especially if it's got locking discs, make them spin at the same speed. It's kind of mostly preference though. To be honest, for 99% of people's uses, they're not going to notice a difference. They're going to be like, oh, I need to have locking four-wheel drive and everything. It's like, do you? You're really, for your commute into Starbucks and then your job, like, you're going to be fine.
Nice. So this is kind of similar to a Wrangler, right?
It's smaller than a Wrangler. This is the Bronco Sport. The big Bronco will be like a Wrangler. This is a little bit more like a Renegade or Jeep Cherokee sort of thing. It's very capable, but certainly not like full Renegade or Bronco style capable.
Okay. I thought it was very much like a Renegade when I was driving it. Even though, you know, I've actually never driven a Renegade.
I did ride in one briefly though. And
I did?
I had one for one night. Yep. I specifically got it just for you last fall.
Oh, and I forgot. That was impressionable then.
Oh, that person's having such drugs.
I hope they're just pulling over to make a phone call. Anyways, Tron says, I feel like they should just commit to the digital dash. Not sure how he feels about the weird hybrid dash.
Yeah, it does. I will agree with that. I feel similarly to this as I did with my Porsche Boxster. It has a digital speed gauge and then an analog speed gauge, and I've never once found myself looking at the analog speed gauge.
Yeah.
So I might as well just get rid of that and stick to just
space.
Right. I totally agree.
Waste of space, and put one of those rear view cameras in there instead.
Yeah, Kia does that, and
I love
no
that.
one else does.
I love
don't understand it.
It's super cool. Cool. Pittsburgh Man says, Ford's just gonna add random horse logos to all their SUVs and cars now.
Pretty much.
Everything's gonna be a Bronco.
Just like everything in a BMW, you can get like M logos all over it for M Sport and stuff.
Huh. These are interesting sounds that we're hearing.
I'm switching it into sport mode using the goat modes.
Goat?
Yeah, I think it means like go on all terrain or something like that, or go on all terrains.
Like regular goats.
Yeah, exactly. But they're also trying to capitalize on that like greatest of all time.
Got it.
Acronym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do a little 0 to 60 Launcherino here. Take a right. Look at that Accord coupe.
That's nice looking. Look at those pretty wheels. Hey, bud.
All right, ready?
Yes. Sound we heard from the back there.
Fords have a really whooshy exhaust sound for some reason. I don't know why.
Right. All right, here's some off-roading. Jeez, now this is gonna be a D, but you were just down here.
Yep. Oh, it gets like yanked into the truck.
Oh, we are going sideways, guys.
I just had mud come up over the car. All right, so we're gonna switch from sport mode into. This is pretty slick mud. Actually, first I want to do a little test. Liz, go ahead and turn the drive mode indicator there and watch on the screen. So this is a knob.
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn it to change drive modes, and then look up on the screen and tell me if you think it seems like it's backward to you.
I don't know what I'm expecting.
See that dial up there?
Yeah.
Turn to the right. Keep going.
Slippery.
Doesn't it seem like it's turning the wrong way?
Yeah. I'm turning towards the right side, and it's moving left.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand that. The TheTopher and I were talking about that.
Got it.
You turn the knob to the left.
Left.
And it turns that to the right.
That's super weird.
Yeah.
I'm turning to the left, and it is, now I'm turning to the right, and it's going left.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
I know. But anyway, let's go into...
I'm gonna take my coat off real quick.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got the heat going a little high. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Mud and ruts mode. So we've got our four-wheel drive locked. We're also going to lock the rear diff. And we're going to turn off traction control.
Wait for me to get some seatbelt on.
Safety first, kids.
I actually don't need these right now. And nabbing this.
Here we are.
Good to go.
Okay, this is kind of neat. There's a front-facing camera, so you can see as we're moving. When you're in off-road mode, it shows you that.
That's pretty good, because if you were running over like small logs and stuff,
right,
you'd want to see where they were.
There's so much mud kicking up in the back.
Yeah. Are these ruts in this road from you earlier?
A few of them, yes.
Yeah, we have lost all of our snow now. For those of you that watched our live drives a couple weeks ago, we were dealing with like a foot of snow plus some, and now it's all gone.
Right. I will say, I think the Bronco Sport has a little bit narrower track than some larger vehicles.
Gotcha.
And so as we're going through these ruts, it's like yanking us back and forth trying to fit, because it can't totally perfectly fit in there. So that's kind of weird.
Wow.
All right, so yesterday there was a bunch of water here, and today there still is.
There still is. Now, what about getting water in the engine? Is that a possibility with this thing?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the fording depth of something like the Discovery we had, or was that our Defender we had?
Yeah.
But thing. I'm just gonna kind of hit it on the side a little and just make some big splashes.
Okay. 'Cause there's like a lake right there. Whee. Ooh, pretty. Look at this. Whoa! Oh, I felt that.
No effort.
Yeah, none needed. That's pretty cool.
Let's do it again.
You want me to get out?
Yeah, let's find a good place for you to get out.
Get out.
Get out, yeah. This thing is covered in water.
I'm gonna get to some comments here in a sec after this.
Okay. You want to do it first? We can do comments now.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do some comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Moran says, does it have a hard limiter or soft limiter? And can I get my test for the Bronco Sport?
Let's see. Hard limiter at $4,000. Oh wait, select M to confirm neutral. What does that do?
M.
Stay in neutral mode engaged.
Okay.
Still a hard limiter at $4,000.
Got it.
Yep. We'll do the Moran test here in a minute.
After we get through these comments and some of these other things.
Mm-hmm.
So Aziz says the Wrangler's overpriced now, but really, the next generation of the Bronco, the prices will kick off. They just want people to try it, and that's why it's kind of cheap now.
Fair.
Yeah. All right. Pittsburgh Man is asking for a 60-0 brake test.
Okay.
And Moran says, yesterday I was driving my friend's BMW X3 and accidentally turned the windshield wipers on instead of putting it in drive, and that's the problem of owning a Mercedes.
Oh, because he's got the stock just like we do in the Tesla to shift. Funny.
That's funny. Pittsburgh Man says, speaking of GOAT conversation being a Michigan guy, what do you think of MJ? I don't know what that means. Do you?
He just said, what do you think of MJ?
Yeah. LOL.
I don't know. I must have missed. Maybe Michael Jordan said something mean about Michigan basketball or something. That's all I can guess.
I don't know. Explain yourself, Pittsburgh Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not that hip.
Got it. Okay, we're good.
Okay. So here, I'll go up a little ways and find a good spot for you.
I can go over time.
But I want to be where like you'll be kind of in the middle of two, where we're gonna make a big splash.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got the ground clearance. Here, let's turn on the front camera. We can let people kind of see that. Oh, that's not a camera. That's the off button. Oh.
Oh. Well, that's not very helpful. I mean, go figure, right?
Let's put you... I don't want you to get wet, but I also want you to get a good shot of it. So maybe I can let you out here. It won't be too muddy, and then you can kind of step.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Snow.
Do you want this still plugged in? We're at 76%.
No, I don't think so.
Take that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
You want your jacket?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
So considerate. Alright. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. So there's a great big giant, well, not great big giant. There's a stick right there, and that's probably what we hit. And he's gonna come back for around 3. Look how muddy everything is. Look at that. Man. Open my door. Thank you. Covered in mud.
Ha.
That was beautiful.
Oh yeah. Nice. If I were out here with the TOFR and his 4Runner, we could just get this thing stuck and then yank it out.
I think you might have a difficult time trying to get it stuck.
Oh, well, we thought that with the Defender and then... yeah.
Well, that's fair.
Or Discovery or whatever it was.
Defender.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Man is explaining himself. He says the fact that MJ beat down the Pistons in the 90s, most of his friends from Detroit or Southern Canada close to Michigan hate Jordan with a passion.
Oh.
We don't really care.
I don't watch much professional basketball. I keep an eye on college basketball, but not really professional basketball. So this is kind of neat, that list. This is, it's either crawl control or hill descent control. I'm not sure which. Let's see. Trail control is what they call it. So we shift into drive, and then there's a set button right here, and it just drives itself and keeps itself at exactly
the same pace.
Yep.
You steer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if we were going down like a really steep hill or something,
yeah,
then I wouldn't have to worry. All I'd have to do is just kind of be looking around, I'd have the camera on, and kind of looking around for sticks and all that sort of thing.
Speaking of sticks, there's a big one back there that we kept on running over.
Yeah, I noticed that. And it just drives itself.
Nice.
Yeah. And honestly, this is a pretty good sounding hill descent control. I've listened, like the Toyota ones are super, they sound awful.
Yeah. What was that one that we were in that was so loud?
I think it was a Tacoma.
Yes. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Maybe I off-roaded in that.
I don't think so.
No.
But we might have used it in the Colorado too, I'm not sure.
Got it. Well, I do remember using that hill descent control.
Really? In
the Colorado. Okay. Yeah, because you made me do it.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, now I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never actually practically needed to use this, but I'm sure if I were doing some like intense off-roading, it would be good.
Right.
Or you could call it like drive-through control. If you're at Taco Bell and you just working your way through.
That's neat. Yeah. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
And when you just put your foot on the gas, it just turns off?
Yep.
That's
well, it doesn't turn off, but it does let you go. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's turn off the rear diff.
Some Vietnamese guy says Subaru is better.
Is his name literally some Vietnamese guy? Or
no, I know the last name is Vietnamese.
Okay.
It's when.
Gotcha. So when you're in mud mode, it holds gears. So just kind of like...
Mud mode.
Eventually it shifts. It just takes its sweet old time.
When does it shift at?
Oh, higher.
Higher.
I've never been this way in the not snow, but let's just go through and...
Oh. All right.
Because, you know, when you own a Bronco Sport, you can just adventure like this.
Pittsburgh Man cash apped $1.
Hey, thanks, Pittsburgh Man.
I think it's cash app. It's a CA.
Oh, that means he gave us $1 Canadian through YouTube.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha, cool.
Monopoly
Thank you. Isn't Canadian tip actually worth more than American at the moment? No. Oh, okay. Got it. Well, thank you, Pittsburgh Man. That's very nice, very generous.
Thank you. Appreciate that. We'll give him a little...
Me. Cute. This is effortless right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly just have to worry about all the sticks and stuff we're running over.
Right. I mean, we could realistically do this in a Pontiac G6.
Oh, well, okay then.
Still fun though. You know, you don't have to worry is the big thing. Some snow still.
All right.
Front camera's gotten cleaned off a little bit too now. It's a pretty good refresh rate. It kind of looks like we're watching a video.
It's really pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, there's a semi-truck.
Oh boy, yeah. What's that?
He's like, what the heck? This is a curb.
Okay. Oh, yeah, see? Oh.
Good, Bronco Sport can get over curbs. Good to know.
That is a sound. We're probably dragging a stick. You should.
I hope that's what that is.
You should get out and we should look at it.
Okay.
Do you guys hear that? That sounds crazy.
Let's take a little peek gander.
Okay. What'd we do this time?
See any sticks? Oh, yep.
Oh.
Oh, it's filthy.
Oh, that tiny little thing was making so much noise. Let's hope that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Cool.
He's probably checking for any more. Nope.
Neat. You know, for a $36,000 car, it's got a lot of capability. And it's fun. It's carefree. It's
very carefree. I think it's raw fun. It's easy to drive. What I wanted to say about it was they made the Bronco so approachable. Mm-hmm. What's happening now?
It's because I'm in stupid button ruts mode.
It's not shifting. There we go. They made it so approachable. All I did earlier, I got in, I changed my seat, my mirrors, and I drove. It was so easy. It was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. The steering is like a sedan. There's another semi. The steering is akin to driving a sedan.
Oh, never mind this truck.
Gotcha. The driving itself is so smooth. It's decently quiet. It's kind of slow getting up to speed, but you kind of think that being a bigger car.
And most things in this class are going to be about this power.
Right.
One thing that is really neat is it's got a really tight steering radius, turning radius.
It does,
I'll demonstrate that here once we get on the road. I think it's actually a pretty good amount of power for this vehicle. You're just used to an electric car that
I guess it's fair.
Zoops itself up to 30 like that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, that's very fair. I wanted to compare it to the old-timey
like real Broncos?
Real Broncos from the 80s and the 90s, and you can't.
No, I mean,
can't with this Sport.
The Bronco Sport could really just be called the Bronco Light. It's just a Ford Escape that is lifted up a little bit, has some good tires.
And it's called a Bronco, and it's got horse emblems on it.
Right, exactly. Now the real Bronco, that'll be a full body on frame, like hardcore off-roader type. That'll be a lot of fun, but this, I think, provides what a lot of people want to have without having the trade-offs of having something that rides like crap and gets horrible gas mileage, and they're never going to actually use the off-road abilities of it anyway. Why not just get the Bronco Sport? A little bit better fuel economy, nice and easy to drive. Yeah.
And you get that look.
Right, exactly. You get the appearance. The appearance
of being pretty darn cool.
So we'll give Thepittsburgh Man his 60-0 here.
Got it.
Actually, surprisingly good.
Yeah, that was pretty decent.
Came right to a stop.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, that whooshing sound is just so strange.
Yeah.
Newer Ford EcoBoosts just do that. I don't know why.
See, Aziz, we did a 60-0 and I didn't scream. So, suck it, man.
I suspect that we'll be able to do a full 360-degree turn within this normal sized road.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Someone left their mask. Okay, so come to the right here. So you need to make a U-turn. Nope, I was mistaken.
It's a pretty thin road.
Yeah. Still pretty decent turning radius, but yeah, you're right. Maybe I was being a little overly confident.
All right, just a little zealous.
So just because I appreciate Eric S. so much, I say we'll wrap things up with the Bronco, and then we'll take both cars.
I wonder if he's even watching because I haven't seen him comment.
Eric S., let us know if you're still checking things out. We'll go back in the Volvo and we'll take it down this section. We won't take it through the hardcore puddles, but we'll take it on this off-road bit.
I'd be afraid to take the Volvo down this, actually.
No, It's a cross country. It's got to do it.
It's a prissy cross country, man. It would get stuck in these ruts.
It would not.
I doubt that very much.
Well, if Eric isn't watching, then we need another $5 a donation to take that thing off-road.
So Eric, if you really want to see it, do this. Pony up, bruh.
Well, no, if Eric's still watching, we'll do it for free.
I see.
If he's not, and everyone else wants to see it, we need fresh, because I'm going to have to wash it.
What was that?
Cash App? We got, yes, $5.
Nice. Eric says he's still here.
Cool.
All right, man, you got it.
Perfect. Also, that brings us up to $20 total, so let's actually put you behind the wheel of this and let you drive back to the Volvo.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you want to drive through this?
That part?
Sure.
Yeah, we could do it. It'll do
Or
it.
you can go that way, I guess.
Yeah, whichever. Let's just get back.
Okay. Right. Bloop. Park.
Tron says, I'd love to hear the B&W as you get it stuck in the dirt.
Ha.
Nice.
Look at this thing. Dirt E. I don't even want to touch the door to shut it. Look at all the mud. Look at the mud caked on the tires. It looks like if you're making like something with Oreo like crumbles.
It does look like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's fun. You got this thing covered, even the roof. So we're gonna let Alyssa get her seat all settled back in, and then we'll go grab the Volvo. And you got me doing comments now.
There's a couple you should catch up on.
Okay. What do we got? Do you think it's better than the Jimmy? Or Jimny? Yes, I do think it's better than the Jimny. Bronco Mini, it's a good way of putting it. ZR2 or Bronco Sport from Forged Fantasy. Honestly, Bronco Sport. I think the ZR2 is a little bit underwhelming. It's neat, but there's just too many kind of compromises with the Colorado. This thing feels cool. Yas says tear it up, Alyssa.
Oh, should I put it in reverse then?
No. We need to get to $40 total to go through that section for you. But this is still something, you know?
It's a little something.
Yeah, allows you to get the Bronco feel. What else? Pittsburgh Man, Volvo cross country on paved roads. Yas loves the wheels. Will this wade the Defender puddle? We are not going to find that out, Marty, because I'm sure that Defender puddle is a lake right now.
Yep.
So we're gonna break the law. It says no left turn, but
no left turn.
Yeah, you gotta go like around that median.
Oh.
And then make a left to make sure no one's coming.
Good.
And we're doing this for you guys since we don't have good signal over there. So you're paying our tickets. Whee! Moran, tomorrow I'm going to off-road the GLS for the first time, and no worries, I have the 20-inch wheels on it. Monoblocks are safe. And I have to see if I'm going to get it stuck or not. Moran, you are a true G. You are off-roading a GLS 63. That is absolutely badass. Mucho respect, especially on monoblocks.
That guy's coming in hot.
I want some photos. I don't know how we can get photos. Maybe I'll just, can you like post them on your YouTube channel and check them out?
Does he
or
have
their
a
Instagram or something? Yeah. Well, he's got to have a YouTube channel if he's commenting.
Oh.
But yeah, said to Moran that should be fun. That's awesome. For any of you who don't know, Moran has a GLS 63 and it's tuned. It's a total beast, and he's gonna off-road it. I think that's awesome.
I gotta go around, right?
Nope, just take it right that way.
That's right. That's what it is.
I was thinking of going out and checking out the Defender puddle in this, in that trail, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how the rest of this goes.
Maybe that'll be a separate video in and of itself. Yeah. Have to get Nathan down here for a weekend so he can help you film it.
For anyone wondering what Marty W is referring to, when we had the Land Rover Defender, we got it stuck in this neck of the woods, and we had to sit in the car in the dark for about 45 minutes while the TheTopher came down with his Lexus GX 460 and yanked us out.
Yeah. Yeah. We all had to pee by the end of it. Do not recommend.
So Liz, you drove this around today doing errands, and you've been driving it here and everything, and yeah, you like it?
I really like it. I really like that 4Runner. I get the same feeling of like, I am indestructible, I can do anything, girl power, like, yes. And I would totally buy this car for my own career, which requires that I drive around a lot, go down dirt roads, and do that kind of thing. And I have full confidence that this thing could do that, all types of weather, all seasons, everything. I really like it. It's very approachable. You just get in, you fix your seat how you want it, you drive. I kind of like that it doesn't beep at you a ton. It doesn't have this active lane keep assist that's on all the time. It's just a very simple base, easy, here's a car, get in, drive it, have no worries. I really like that. It's very approachable in that way.
Cool.
It's a really soft, easy ride, takes bumps really well. It's relatively quiet, I'd say. The steering is very light. Not as light as some cars, but for a bigger kind of car, it's quite light. It's almost akin to a sedan, I'd say. But overall, I really like this car.
Yeah, it clomps through the bumps like an off-roader. I mean, it's not smooth as in like it filters everything out like the Volvo does, but it takes the big bumps well, so that's good. Tron asked if we have had any maintenance experience with the Y. We have almost 3,000 miles on the car and haven't had a single issue. When we first got the car delivered, it had the tiniest little scratch on the center console, and they came and replaced the whole center console for free in our driveway in about 45 minutes. So yeah, nothing so far. Pittsburgh Man says, always good to have friends like the TOFR. I agree.
Yep.
Okay, neat.
Look at this.
Doop.
Boom.
Done.
Super easy. I love that.
Yeah. Check the rear seat for occupants.
None.
However, we should go be occupants for a few minutes because there are some cool things we haven't checked out back there.
You're right. Why is it beeping?
Who knows? Probably to check for occupants some more. Okay, in the back. Bags galore.
Oops, bags.
Oh my! I will say,
Wow.
with this seat all the way back, not the world's most knee room. I think you'd have a tough time with like a rear-facing car seat.
Yeah.
Your seat is way forward for your seating position. You've got acres of room.
Look at this.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's a pocket.
It's a pocket. And it goes pretty far. And it's got some cloth inside. It's not... I'm wondering how insulated this is. Because it's got some padding underneath this leather bit right here. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
It zips both ways.
I don't know why they wanted to do the zippable pockets. I mean, it's cool.
I like
Fine.
it. Yeah.
But there's
why
also
not?
no non-zippable pocket.
It looks like this would be a pocket, and it's not.
Right.
But what they
Are straps?
are little straps.
So maybe you could put like tools in there or something? Like,
That's actually kind of neat.
possibly?
Sunglasses. That's what I'd use it for.
Huh.
But then you have
Yeah, that's true.
that noise-making thing. So hold on.
You do have a wall-style outlet back here that may be optional, but we have it nonetheless. And then some rear vents. Smaller, we'll just fold down, simple deal.
Yeah.
Everything's really effective in this car.
Yeah.
Ford, it can be really hit or miss. They can build an awesome product, or they can build just a huge facepalm like the EcoSport. So I think this is a win for Ford. I think they did a lot of really good stuff with this car.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. This is the $36,000 model. It's possible that the cheaper ones would be a little more meh.
Yeah.
I know the TOFR has driven more of a plebeian model, and he was like, it felt pretty cheap. But
Yeah.
in this one, it's easy to overlook any of the cheapness for kind of the satisfying rough and tumble sort of driving, the cool looks, kind of the quirkiness. It's commonplace enough to be a good car to recommend for a lot of people, but different enough that you feel kind of cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I also think it's for someone who wants a Ford Escape but preferred the second gen styling that was more boxy and square.
Yes.
Because the third and fourth gens, they went very like smooth, feminine lines. Some people prefer a boxier car, and this is now for them.
That's what I would prefer. Every time I look at a Jeep Renegade, I'm like, that looks like such a fun, cool, little, cute car to have. And I feel like this is like just Ford trying to do that.
Yeah, and I think they did a good job.
Piggybacking on the Bronco name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, how about you take this, and we'll drive over, like, back behind that warehouse near the off-road trail.
Okay.
I'll take the Volvo, and then we'll hop back in together there.
You don't want to just take this right there and come all the way back here after we end that?
No.
Okay.
Because what if someone, like, drops us another $20 or $10 Cash App donation, and you gotta off-road this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Cool.
I'll follow you.
Sounds good.
What do you want to do with the camera?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Yep. Do we have any comments to get to real quick?
Erica says, good to know. Thanks for the info.
Oh, because he said, my neighbor had the first Tesla Model S in my state. They had to have the car flatbedded twice due to air suspension issues. They gave loaners before taking the car both times.
Wow.
Wow, Yas has 768 horsepower in off-road. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to be faster with bigger turbos in the future. See, that's why he doesn't get warranties, because no one who's slapping bigger turbos on a GLS 63 and then off-roading it on monoblocks deserves warranties. That's cool. Neat. Well, we'll catch back up with your comments when Alyssa and I meet back up in a few minutes. And yeah, I'm gonna grab my phone. I'll see you over there.
Do you want the camera back?
Nah.
Okay.
Okay, let's give Alyssa the key. Jacket, good to go. Back into luxury. Actually, I can bring up comments on my phone as well, because we have that sort of technology. Ooh, do we have another Cash App donation? Oh, that's the one from Yas. Okay, cool. Back in the V90 for anyone who was wanting to go back to that. Interestingly, we had 57% voting for V90 cross country on the live drive today. 43 on the Bronco. I expected that to be a little different. Let's go YouTube. That's the best way to do this. There we go. Back in the V90. Cool. Tron, I'll be in Phoenix. I think it's about 15 minutes to Scottsdale Center, blah, 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 blah. How much did your Y charger cost to install? The actual wiring, the box is $399 to $499. So the, what do you want to call it? The Grizzly charger that we got the premium Grizzly dumb charger, they call it. It was $430, I want to say, and that gives us the premium 24-foot cable. I've loved that charger. It's worked super well, and it feels quality and durable. The company's been good to work with. And that just plugged right into our NEMA 1450 wall plug that I had installed. I think I paid about $400 for that. So all in, just over $800 for the 240 setup. Pretty good, I would say. What else? Can't exactly look at the comments while I'm driving once I get on the main road, so I'm just checking real quick. Yeah, for Tron, I've heard that the Model Ys, especially starting with the 2021 Model Ys, they've all been really darn solid. I mean, think about it. They have the whole situation figured out now. The Model Ys really not that different from the Model 3, and they've just got they're not building them outside in tents anymore. They've got them all in the factory. They've had all the parts for a long time. They're not really dealing with many unknowns at this point. So I'm gonna check comments here as we get stopped, but I'm gonna run over to the off-road section again. I gotta say, that Bronco Sport is cool, but there's nothing like getting in a Volvo, having the nice smooth ride. Although I think this cross-country ride's a little bit rougher than the non-cross-country models, which would make sense. It's probably got a little bit firmer suspension. Just not quite as luxurious as, say, something like an E-Class wagon. If I could take this or an E450 wagon, I would be picking the E450 wagon, but this is cheaper than that, so something to be said. And I don't think Volvo's gonna nickel and dime you quite as much as Mercedes would. I was building an E450 wagon the other day, and my goodness, that just so quickly do you like, oh, you want heated seats? Well, you gotta pay an extra $3,500 of packages just to get heated seats. Stupid things like that. Also, I think the T6 powertrain's a little unnecessary. The T5 is fine, it pulls strong enough, and the T6 doesn't exactly light your hair on fire. All you do is you get extra supercharger whine. So it's a bit of a bummer that they don't offer the T5 powertrain with the cross-country model. Now, if I were to live drive without Alyssa, for a while, I would just have the phone mounted up here. I've done that way in early Daily Motor days. We actually did some Twitch live driving before I was eligible for YouTube live driving. and I just had the phone kind of mounted right here. I could read your comments, but not really safe for me to look away from the road and read that way down in the center console. Why am I stopping? I gotta say, I do appreciate Alyssa doing these, because this would be a much more boring live stream if it weren't for her. All right, and we actually have to drive all the way around this way. We had to take the longer way because our signal drops at the corner of the road over there. But let us know in the comments any last things you'd like to see. We're pretty much going to wrap things up soon, although I do see there's a Cash App notification. Hey, Alex sent us $10. Cool, thank you. So that means we are going to be throwing Alyssa into those puddles, which will be interesting because those things are deep. I know there's one or two of those mud puddles that if you were to stop in it, you'd probably get the Bronco Sport stuck. So we'll have to navigate Alyssa just right through there to make sure that she doesn't get that thing stuck, because I don't think the TOFer would appreciate having to come down and yank us out right now. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so we're going to V90, take it down and you know what? Honestly, I'm probably just going to send it through the puddles too, because YOLO. And then we'll come back, swap one more time for the Bronco Sport, and then wrap things up. This is a little bit of a longer one today. The sunlight's good. We're having a good time. We really appreciate the donations. It allows us to take some time away from our daily tasks, if you will. Alyssa's got a day job, and I do obviously as well, editing all these videos. I'd also mention, for anyone who's tuned in later, we have a membership now, and if you want to have input on how we test these vehicles and get to listen to custom sound tests with real music, not just our standard tracks, but like if you want to hear Nipsey Hussle, or you want to hear Drake, or you want to hear, I don't know who else, the Beatles, and you want me to play that for a sound system test, if you become a member, shoot me a message and I'll make it happen. You can even pick out which vehicles we do that with, because you'll have access to our vehicle scheduling sheet. So that's new. But yeah, donations allows us to go out and do these sort of things and not have it really take away too much from making that money, which is what it all comes down to, making money and having a good time. We're almost here. We're going to park the Bronco Sport up this way and then take the Volvo. And I'm going to get to your comments in just a moment. There's also some weird squeaky rattle in the back of this thing. I have no idea why. Coming around. We started our Corvette C8 review back here, and people in the comments were like, why did you guys take this and in building this review? I was like, come on guys, chill out. You can just kind of park it like alongside the fence or something. Okay, what do we got here? What made you decide on the Grizzly over the one from Tesla with the extra 14 miles an hour charging? Two things, Tron. One, the standard range Model Y can only charge up to 32 amps anyway. So I mean, maybe it's, if I'm remembering correctly, it's possible it'll do 40 amps with the Tesla charger, but honestly that battery's not too large, so it always charges up within 5 or 6 hours max, even with the Grizzly charger. And we get these test vehicles in, so I wanted to have a good universal charger. And between you and me, Grizzly also sponsored us, so but I can fully endorse their product even if they hadn't sponsored us. It's a good deal, it's quality. It's kind of like a juice box charger, but for a little less money.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey. Use the V90 to tow out the Bronco. LOL. Can you show the Bowers and Wilkins a bit? If not, I can wait for some normal video. Yes, we will do that in just uno momento. Tron, Cash App us $10, so after this, you will be driving the Bronco through the puddles.
That was a good idea then that we brought it. Look how cool it looks over there.
It does look cool.
It looks pretty sweet.
Also, Google News just popped up on my phone 40 minutes ago. Volvo cars to double U.S. footprint as it aims to go all electric by 2030.
Wow, that's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so...
Get that one out of the way.
Ooh, another thing I need to do, I need to get my... I'll let you take this.
Okay.
I need to get my sound system USB out of my bag because Tron wants to see a little bit of sound system test on this. Can't play that copyrighted music.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're going to start by chucking this into drive first of all, and then off-road. This being air suspension, it should give us a little bit of extra ground clearance.
Cool.
Then...
Don't run over that gravel right there. Yeah, you've done this many times.
There somewhere, yeah, right here, there's an option to do the camera.
Ah.
Now it is also holding our speed in off-road mode, holding our gear. You can kind of hear it revving up a little more.
Yeah.
Just shifted.
Cool. Let's see where we can put this.
So I expect this to be decently capable. More of the reason we needed more of a donation to do it is just if something breaks, I'm gonna feel bad, whereas I'd feel less bad about it happening in the Bronco.
Gotcha.
So let's see if we can make our way sort of around some of this mud.
Yeah, this is muddy.
And the big deep puddles. I don't want to send this through the really deep stuff.
Right. But if you own this car and you lived on a dirt road.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
This would
I'm also gonna put it in the manual mode, first gear. Let's cross over this way. Oh, the steering is so nice and light. This one's interesting. We're gonna go back.
We're S-ing it right now.
Let's go through the puddle a little bit. We kind of have to, actually.
Some water right there.
See, it's no
It's
thing.
a big puddle right here. And crouched it through.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm impressed.
See, you don't need an SUV.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll go down this way and we'll come back and we'll have Alyssa go out again and show you guys what it looks like.
Cool.
I'm gonna take it out of manual mode, but leave it in off-road.
Look at that nice camera. Look how beautiful that is.
So this would be like if you owned a country home that you had to go down a long dirt road or something.
Yeah, but you still
like
want a
two-track
nice,
to get to it.
Classy car. Nice, very cool.
Yeah. I do wish it didn't hold the gears quite as much as it is though, so I'm gonna try to manual shift it. I can't even go into third gear in off-road mode.
Wow. Huh.
It's kind of strange. Maybe the air suspension doesn't actually lift and you can just drive in normal mode. You guys thought we wouldn't do it.
Now this is where it's probably the most muddy and bumpy. Right here.
In some ways, it's handling it even better than the Bronco because it's just so smooth.
Wow. It's probably got the same kind of width as most cars would with the tires.
Yeah, it might be a little bit wider, you're right.
Yeah.
Let's turn around.
We're gonna go right back through it?
Yep.
Wow, very cool. Don't break anything. You're going about 22, 23 through this right now. Just so people can know that. 24. You're playing around with the steering on purpose to see how it handles. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd say the only complaint is that you can't go higher than second gear in off. Oh no, there we go. There's third gear. So I guess I just wasn't going fast enough to shift into third.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yep. Still playing around 25 miles an hour on this. Braking.
Not exactly off-road spec tires.
But it got up and get.
It did got up and get. So...
Eric says maybe this can someday replace his 2006 Saab 9.5 wagon.
Ooh. Oh, it can totally replace that. It's more capable than that.
It's got 170 miles on it and still going strong.
Cool. Saab 9.5 wagons, those are cool. I had a buddy with one of those. I'll let you out around the same area as we did last time.
Okay.
over here.
Okay.
Watch out.
It's doing pretty decently in this mud.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem to have any kind of struggle at all.
No.
That's really cool.
There we are.
Okay.
Actually, wait, let me see the phone real quick. I realized I'm streaming the video. Okay. There.
You lower the quality?
Lower the quality, because I was reading the comments on the same phone as I'm streaming on, so I wanted to lower the video download quality.
Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, there's a bunch more to step off of because it's raised.
Ah.
Okay. Taking the cross country. Cool. And he's circling around, coming on back. That's a sharp looking car. Beautiful headlights. Huh?
I'm gonna spin the tires.
Oh, spinning the tires. Don't get me muddy. Woo! Wow, that does more than I thought it could. Pretty. You can hear what I think is some of the mud getting into the tailpipe. It sounds like a weird gurgling sound. The reflection of those tires in that sunlight was beautiful. Wow. This looks like a Volvo commercial right now, Ford style. Wow. Beautiful.
Who needs an SUV?
So you don't need an SUV and you don't need all-wheel drive.
Nope.
What do you need?
You just
A go-kart.
Yeah, you just need a Pontiac G6.
So I'm slipping and sliding in that mud myself.
I bet.
Alright, so let's get some of that. And the comments back up.
Okay.
Did you hear some gurgling as you were making around your turn back there?
No, I didn't. Oh, it wasn't gurgling, it was just like something scraping.
Oh, I see.
Like a stick or something.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
What do these comments say?
They probably say, all right, now it's Alyssa's turn.
This thing takes the dirt like a champ.
It really does.
It really does.
Yeah.
It does.
Tires aren't half bad.
Eric says, thanks, Staley Motor, for doing this.
You're welcome.
Sure getting my money's worth from this video.
Yeah.
Marty W says, do you guys have to wash the car before heading it back?
Yes.
Handing it back.
I will, and that's why we asked for the donation, because then they'll pay for the car wash.
Yeah. Washes.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one time I had to wash the car. I think it's the Defender. I was washing for like 30 minutes to get all the mud out of that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the Bronco. So we'll do this, and then we'll wrap things up.
And I'm getting in this, right?
Correct.
Cool. Let's do it.
You win.
Brought all the bags over here. I don't need to.
Is there water in this one? I'm thirsty.
It's probably...
Oh no, I put it in the door of the Bronco.
Ah.
Yeah.
Grab your phone.
Mm-hmm. You got the Bronco key? Well, where's the battery pack? Is that...
It's in there.
Alright. Oh, that'll be fine. Oh yeah, you know, with the mud flaps, it actually didn't get horribly muddy. There's a ton of mud in the flaps, but on the car itself, surprisingly minimal. Not bad, Volvo, not bad. One nice thing about owning a Tesla is it locks when you walk away from it, so it's something you have to remind yourself that other cars don't do.
Oh, my coat.
Ugh. Oh yeah, that little side pocket is nifty. Plug it in, plug it in. Kids aren't gonna even know that reference. So I guess if you're driving, it means I need to get out in the mud. Just stinks because I didn't bring boots.
We don't have to, because we already did it earlier.
Fair.
Wait, no, it's this way. Isn't it? You doing the same one?
Yes. Marty W said stream the car wash, please. Ah, no, Tron, we forgot about the Bowers and Wilkins. We'll do that as the last thing, I promise.
Gosh.
Last thing. Nope.
Oh.
A little further. And before you go in there, we'll turn it off-road mode. Julie says, the Volvo is a beautiful vehicle. What's your overall thoughts on it? Very good. I'd rather probably have a V60, but the V90 is very good as well. I like it, and it has an excellent sound system and drives nicely. Okay, so you turn that the wrong way. It needs to go, I think, to the left in order to bring the other screen to the right. One more.
That's eco. Oh wait, no, mud and ruts.
Yep. And then let's lock your diff as well. So you hold that one. Actually, it's just a click. Yep. Oh. There you go.
And is that it?
Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Cool.
So let's head out.
Now, what can I do with this? Full on.
I think most of these puddles you should be able to go through. If you're gonna go through a bigger one, just keep your speed up a little bit, like medium pace.
How about I start off?
Sure.
To the side here.
Mm-hmm. You can go straight through this one.
What about this one?
Yeah, stay to the left a little bit though.
Oh, left. Nice. That was a little shaky there.
You can go kind of right through this part. Nice. And then right through this one too. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Take it this way. Sure. And then come right back.
Cool. That's a hardier feel than the Volvo. I mean, you feel the bumps more, but that's because it could take a harder bump without bottoming out.
Yeah. I'm going about 26 right now.
Our Robin01 says, I have an XC90 all-wheel drive, and I can drift it without any problem.
Cool.
The grip is really nice. Go for it, he said. Tron, if they just made the electric as good as Tesla does their drivetrains, it would be a no-brainer. I mean, a lot of Tesla's leading the way right now in electric, but that doesn't mean the other automakers aren't going to catch up.
This looks like a Volvo.
A little Yui.
Here's the
That turning radius.
Turning radius.
Yeah. I do appreciate that camera, although once you get going above 20, it goes away.
Ha.
But you don't really need it. The idea is for when you're going slower to see what's in front of you.
Just sending it.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel how it kind of, once you get in the ruts, it fights you in a weird way?
Yeah, I'm in the ruts right now. And it's like, I honestly feel like if I wanted to stay in the ruts, I wouldn't have to steer because it's just pushing you back and forth in between them.
Yep.
Ooh, ooh. Bump. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Now this one on the way back might be a little difficult because the sun's gonna be in my face.
It's true.
Right.
So yeah, the only one you really want to avoid is the big one on the right here. You can go through the middle, but
I'll just go like this.
you can go straight through this one though.
Woo! Woo! Oh, my foot got caught under the gas pedal.
Nice.
Very cool. And now I forget after driving the Tesla where my actual... There it is. Nice.
Cool.
More? or Volvo.
Let's head to the Volvo and we'll wrap things up. We'll give Tron that little Bowers and Wilkins test. Wonder how the electric Hummer will compare to the Cybertruck. I honestly think the electric Hummer is going to be really good. People forget that GM's been making good electric vehicles for years now with the Bolt and the Volt. Just no one buys them, but they're good.
What is Alyssa doing? What is she doing?
Is she going nose to nose?
Kiss to kiss.
Aw, now kiss. And since you got the camera, you can get really close if you wanted. Bloop.
I'm afraid to go closer.
That's fair. Check them occupants in the rear seat. Nice job.
Thanks.
You mind grabbing the comments on your phone? I'm worried.
I do not. Where is my phone?
I don't know. It's not in your pocket?
No. Ladies' pockets can't fit a full phone.
Oh.
It's right here.
Did you bring these gloves?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Leave them there.
Well, I don't want you to forget them because you're not going to be in the passenger seat. One last time, swapping over. Let's check out the Bowers and Wilkins sound system test on this V90. I'm going to get the phone out, make sure I've got really good signal. Looks like we do. So this is rocking the $4,000 Bowers and Wilkins audio system. Let's go switch over to, I've actually not used this USB drive yet because my last USB was pooping out on me. Hopefully this one works. Cool. Oop, don't play that. That is copyrighted Rush music.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go to library. Right now we have the sound system in immersive mode, I believe. What's it called? Individual stage with the intensity 33%, envelopment 180. So it's creating like a semi 3D experience. Just trying to That sounds excellent. Ton of bass, ton of crispness up top. Let's go back to our library here. Volvo Bowers and Wilkins system does a really excellent job at having really strong mid-range bass that you kind of feel in your seat, but then it also has the deeper subwoofer style bass coming from the back. It does a good job at both of those. And it's so crisp, and with this individual stage mode, when some of those cymbal hits come in, it sounds like they're coming from like behind us. I mean, it's a really cool experience. You can also switch to studio for more of just an unaltered, simple kind of forward-facing experience. And then you have concert hall, which is supposed to replicate the Gothenburg concert hall in Gothenburg, Sweden. I'm gonna turn that up. And sounds very warm. that cool?
That was awesome.
There's like an echo effect when you pause it. Like you're sitting there listening to a concert.
That's beautiful.
It transcends gimmick to actually be useful. And then there's this jazz club, which is new for I believe the 2021 Volvos. So if we do like this song, it's supposed to sound like we're sitting in a jazz club in Sweden. Hopefully Tron feels like he got his question answered.
Yeah, he says, man, that sounds so good. Thanks for testing. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And if you guys want to see more individualized tests that are not these songs, that are the just kind of whatever type of music, you want to hear, you know, Tom Sawyer by Rush, like I have on here, join Daily Motor, become a member, and you can just request whatever sort of song you want to hear. It doesn't even have to be family friendly, because if we're not advertising, we can just say bleep, 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 and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, those songs are exactly what you would want
to hear. Yeah, if you're gonna buy a car and you want to hear exactly what it's gonna sound like, we use the binaural mics, and actually, you know, so just sign up for a month and do it.
Yeah.
Any last questions?
The Pittsburgh Man says, this is my favorite song for your audio tests, and I'm wondering if he's talking about that jazz song.
Yeah, I don't know, because there is a little bit of a delay in the comments, so I'm not 100% sure, but probably it might be that first Muffin one. A lot of people like that new one. It's kind of fun and upbeat.
Gotcha.
A user sent that one in to us.
That's great. Cool.
Yeah, user, I mean viewer.
Viewer, you know what you meant.
Yep.
Huh. Tron says, I'll never decide between these cars. I guess I just need both.
Ha! Yeah, well, Alyssa says the V60. I say the Model Y.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna lease, maybe the Volvo's a better bet. But if you're gonna buy, I'd say just go with the Tesla.
You could lease for 3 years, wait for more chargers to come around, superchargers, and then pull the plug on that.
Ha! Plug.
Pull the plug on that Model Y.
Or you could get a T8 or the new recharge version of the V60, and then you have a plug-in hybrid. So that's an option as well. But I think plug-in hybrids are becoming less and less useful as more chargers become available. Excuse me.
I think the song, do you have a song, SAVFK?
Yeah, the Traveling Symphony. That's good to know he likes that, because sometimes I skip that one because it's a little boring.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Richard Hunker says, I'll take my 2013 FJ. Smiles.
That's my grandfather. That's cute.
Hello.
Yeah, he just bought that FJ. It's really cool. The FJ Cruiser is a car they shouldn't have stopped making. The TheTopher's father also has an FJ Cruiser.
That's pretty cool.
That green one. I think I showed you photos of it. And he loves it. So, yeah, neat. Cool. Anything else?
Well, we're all caught up on that.
All right, well, let's hop out and wrap this thing.
Nice. Very cool. Grab that.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. We had a lot of fun doing this with you all. Right now, our Tesla Model Y is actually up at the TheTopher's, and that's why we have both of these press cars right now. And the TheTopher's getting the Mach-E tomorrow, so he's gonna do some electric content. So if you guys wanna see that, make sure you're subscribed to the TheTopher. We're gonna do some more testing on these two fun cars, but I think getting them washed is probably something that needs to happen too.
Yeah.
Neat. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching. And we'll be back on Friday. We're not sure what we're gonna live drive yet. Either the Tesla, or we might still have the Volvo, but we'll probably try to do something new. So maybe we'll do the Town and Country. Who knows? We'll see how the day's going. And I think that's about it. So as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. We're Charlie and Alyssa from Daily Motor. Drive on.